Hello, I'm going to do the Libra energy reading, and this may or may not resonate with you. If it does, take the parts that do resonate. If it does not, leave the parts that do not resonate, as those may be meant for someone else. All right. Let's see what's going on here for Libra. Libra. The Hierophant, so it could have to do with a Taurus. Faith, belief, trust. 8 of Pentacles. Did you lose your faith or belief in something? Like you were working towards something? Were you working towards something and then all of a sudden something happened? Shattered. The word shattered came through. Did something shatter that? I feel like you were working towards something. It could be working towards building a relationship with the Taurus. It could be a sun, moon, or rising, or something that is stable. Were you working towards something that you thought was going to be stability or safe for you, and that didn't work out? And I feel like maybe that had fallen apart, or you were felt let down, or it crumbled, or it fell apart. I almost feel like this is a challenge for you to see how strong you are, and to see how persistent you are, and to see, because sometimes I feel like we have these challenges that are brought to our attention, and to see how strong we are. And I feel like this is one of those moments for you. With that King of Swords having come out, I feel like it's kind of really taking a look at some. Don't give up. I'm feeling like that right there. Like, don't give up. Like, this is a challenge. But I feel like it's something that you're going to learn from. As hard as it is with that. Sometimes we think we know what is best for us, but it's almost like the universe wants to show us other things and say that it really wasn't the best, or were we not really seeing what was going on. Temperance, Queen of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, the Moon. Okay, see things. Okay, exactly. And then that. Okay. I feel that this is a really hard lesson for you to learn. I feel like you have those challenges that were like, oh, why do I have to go through this, right? But I feel like sometimes those challenges that are the hardest are the ones that we learn the most from. That we see how strong we are, that we see how much we can persevere, that we see how we don't give up, that we see, okay, maybe I was blocking things. Like, maybe there was some deception within myself. Maybe I was making excuses for someone's bad behavior. Maybe I really wasn't acknowledging some red flags. Maybe I wasn't really acknowledging that this really was not something that was the best for me. I kind of feel like it's a karmic completion thing. I feel like it's a cycle that you have been going through a lot, but you've never been able to break free from it. And I feel like it keeps repeating itself kind of in different ways, but yet it was the same way. And I feel like this time it's breaking free from it. This time it's letting this cycle go. This time it's realizing I've got to make some changes, really looking things over. Like, this card really stuck out for me, because I feel like it's really kind of seeing, am I repeating these patterns? Am I getting the same, am I trying something differently, but I'm getting the same results? And what needs to be changed up here? I love this Hangman, because I feel like it's taking that step back, seeing things from a different perspective, looking at things differently, clearing up the deception, moving on from this heartbreak, this Three of Swords, realizing, okay, this didn't work out, but I'm not going to let it hold me back. I'm not going to let it hold me down. I'm going to find ways to get around it, to move past it, to stomp over it, to get through it, right? That I'm not going to let this test or this challenge stop me from my goals. I feel like it could be that like this is like you were working towards something that you really had faith and belief in, and that was shattered or let down. And it's like, okay, I've got to pick myself back up because I can't let this situation really hold me down. If you need time to process, you need time to work through it, that's totally understandable, but you have to make sure that the situation doesn't really become too overwhelming to where you stop doing other things and it stops other areas of your life and it starts putting you in this heavy energy. But I just feel like something's going to be revealed to you. I feel like with this right here, I feel like something's going to be revealed, and it's almost like an acknowledgement within yourself as, you know what? Sometimes we don't see it when we're in it, but when we're able to move past a situation and we look back in and we say, you know what, that really was not the best situation for me. That really was not the best thing, but I couldn't see it because I was in it. But once I was able to step away from it and look back in, I was able to realize, you know what, that really wasn't for me. And of course, when you're going through it, you can't really see it from that point of view, but you have to have that faith and belief that, okay, if all of these things are adding up and things aren't working out, it's for a reason. I always believe that. I feel that it's for a reason to show me something. There's something that I have to see. There's something that I have to learn. It's about turning that around as saying, okay, instead of feeling like it's something that's happening to you, it's something that's happening for you to see something. And then saying, what is it that I need to see? What is it that I need to learn? All right, let's grab a numerology card. We have nature, and then we have domestic harmony, 46. So we have 74 and 46. So I feel like could be that domestic harmony that you have in that atmosphere that you're putting yourself in. Is there harmony? Is there a lot of chaos? Do you need to remove yourself from that? Is there calmness around you? Maybe it's getting back to nature, which again is that calmness. Sometimes when we just take a walk or we just take a hike or we go out in nature or we go to the ocean or we go to the lake and we're in nature, there's a sense of calming and clarity that comes to us. So for some of you, nature may be something that resonates with you that says, you know what? I used to love to always go mountain biking, or I used to love to go hiking, or I used to love to pick blueberries wherever, or I used to love to go to the ocean, or I used to love to go fishing. And I haven't done that in a while, and that always gave me a sense of calmness, and that I need to do that in order to get myself back into that sense of calmness. So for some of you, that may be a message, and that gives you that clarity so that you can come back to this situation and say, okay, now what do I need to do? Now I can see clearly. Now I know what's going on, and now I know I can move on from here. Sometimes it's those little things that we do that help to click or help to make sense for us to be able to move on. All right. Let's get a Star Dragons card. I feel like these two. We have time. Sometimes these things take time. And then we have rebirth, giving yourself a second chance, right? Giving yourself a second chance, giving yourself that permission to say, okay, that didn't work this time. I really thought that was going to work, but that's okay. I'm going to learn from this. It's going to take some time to get past it. It's going to take some time to get back to where I was, but I'm going to give myself that second chance. And this time I'll see things differently. And this time I'm going to try things differently. And this time I'm not going to give up, and I'm going to not let things bother me. Yes, things are going to bother you, but I mean to the point to where it stops you in your tracks. That you see it as a challenge, like, okay, you're going to throw that at me? I'm going to get past this. We have Dragonfly. Have confidence during this time of great joy, renewal, and connection to spirit. Have confidence during this time. And I feel like it goes with these colors here, this green and this purple and the green and the blue and I just feel like that's the same thing. And then it's a dragonfly, like getting back to nature, Getting back to those things that bring you that happiness and that joy, to give you that clarity, to find your answers and directions for which direction you need to go in. All right, let's grab a animal oracle card. We have Cat Spirit. Claim your independence. Claim your independence and your freedom from this situation, right? From being stuck. The choice is yours with this Two of Swords. The choice is yours. Looking at, okay, if I don't do something, what does that look like? If I do something, what does that look like? If there's something that you're not happy with, you have to take control of the situation, and you have to make those changes, and you have to take the actions to make things happen. I feel like grabbing one of my energy oracle cards for this reading. This one doesn't want to go back in. Rest and rejuvenation. Again, I feel like that goes with the nature, it goes with the domestic harmony, it goes with the dragonfly, it goes with the cat. I feel like for some of you, the big message is rest and rejuvenation, and that will give you your answers and your clarity on your next step that you need to do. All right, thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time.